Either way, let's get going. Because I don't think there's much else for us here.
That's just crazy talk, Al. Al! Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her! This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help, and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be deliverance all over again.
Bless you.
Oh, this place is trying to kill me. I'll bet there's mold in here, spores, poison ivy, God knows what. This is so not worth a 15% commission.
I mean, this place looks really nice.
Real funny, Al. Real funny. Ha ha! Thank you. I'll just sit here in the dark till you come back, or until I get eaten by a grue.
I saw something. Oh, more light switch. Some more coffee. Well, let's go this way. But you could tell, like, some of the script there was like, oh, just follow so and so until you reach the path. It's like, oh yeah, that would totally be set up for a open world-esque area. You know? I was saying that I can't see it right now. No, that was a very successful wall. So many thermoses. A hot tub that has no water in it. Well, that's a letdown. Oh, well. Let's...
Wait here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with you in spirit every step of the way, Al. Walk through the door now.
Okay. More manuscript.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry. Barry had the keys to the car he rented. It wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest. I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
Weird noise, almost like flapping of wings, or... Ah. Yeah, probably the flapping of wings then. Oh wow, I wasn't expected to be able to come in here. Hi. Oh, what?
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest plan like?
What did I get hit by?
Plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage. No plan, really. Just taking the atmosphere. I'm getting a little too rickety to do much more than that, you know. Oh, tell me about it. No sack race for us older gentlemen, huh? Yes, exactly, Bat. But I'm going to check out the parade, of course. And I'll be one of the pie contest judges, too.
Well, that takes a different kind of constitution.
Oh, yeah, it's my kind of exercise.
Now, Doc, seriously, you're in pretty good shape, though. You're the outdoors type. I know for a fact you're an avid fisherman.
That's right. Matter of fact, just caught a heck of a largemouth bass early this morning.
But you're not taking part in the fishing contest?
No, not this year. See, Pat, I'm just not that competitive anymore. Now I just like to take my time and enjoy the peace of it. It's no fun if I need to worry about what I'm catching, you know?
Well, considering your track record, the participants are probably pretty happy you feel that way.
Well, Pat, that's kind of you to say.
So that was kind of cool, just having the person like creep over the window. But kind of also deflates it when it's like, I already have a gun with loads of ammo. Dispatched plenty of them already. I don't know. It's always a hard balance, the whole how to get things set working, I guess. And for whatever reason, maybe if this game, daftly enough, was actually darker, because it is really bright. Like, this doesn't look like a good cabin. For a game that's meant to be all about darkness and whatnot, the game is just overly bright a lot of the time. Okay. TV. Oh, yes!
Crime and punishment. The cancer and cure of civilization. But some crimes are impossible to punish, especially in Night Springs. Tonight's episode, The Man in the Mirror.
He's inside, Agent. He's a weird one.
So, you're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
Had it coming?
Yeah, but why would you do that? I mean, you're a nice guy. Normal. Took a kid to a soccer game. So how come at the game, you pick a guy and, quoting from the arresting officer's report here, assault the victim's head area repeatedly with the weapon of choice being a pair of bare fists? Wow, that sentence really flows, huh? Maybe you're not the literary type. Okay, so you mess him up. But why? Who was that guy? We couldn't ID him. Why would a guy like you do him like that?
I didn't like his face?
Well, you must have hated it, because you really went to town there. I mean, there's no way to tell what he looked like. No ID on him either.
That must be difficult.
But then we ran the fingerprints. Got a match. Your prints. Identical.
Huh, how about that?
Your son said you were wearing a white shirt when you took him to the game. But the white shirt is on the dead guy.
It's plenty red now.
You won't get away with this.
Do you really think that's in any way relevant to me? I had plenty of time to talk to my boy before the cops arrived, you know? He won't stop screaming, am I right? You think he's ever gonna be okay? I left my mark. Believe me.
You bastard.
What? You gonna shoot me? What's the point? I'm going to prison. You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
And you never will. Don't worry. Maybe you'll see me again, Agent. Maybe in the mirror.
Okay. Lots of leaves or feathers floated around in this room. Don't know if that's something I need to be worried about or not. we'll just move on. I'll grab this.
The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. "Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page."
Feel like there might be something up here. $100 penalty.
Rose knew that Rusty was in love with her, and she liked him too. She liked him a lot. He taught her to dance, and life had certainly taught her the value of a man who was gentle. He treated her well, made her smile, made her feel good. But Rusty wasn't the prince of her dreams, and that tended to underline the unbearable truth. She was no closer to that Hollywood magic than he was.
I do like the little snippets into character background that we get from some of these pages. It's neat. Fallen Rock Zone. I don't remember that from Sonic.
The vision left me weak. This was no head injury.
Rusty, hang on! I'm coming!
Please, help me! Anybody? Help me!
This isn't good.
Help me! Can you hear me?
Hello?
Anyone? Please help! Back here.
Huh.
Mr. Wake?
Oh, hell.
It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must. The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back.
Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened.
Wait, he pointed that way, right? I couldn't.
Shh. Good boy.
Could, like, try and apply some first aid. I guess the office is not attached to that
The
building.
only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on.
Oh, is this the page you found?
The visitor center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and hit the far wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way, felt the broken ribs stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain and fear, suddenly afraid to die alone.
Not very descriptive of what actually happened. Ah, it's another page though, that might help.
At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe.
Open this up. Grab some batteries and bullets. Good old B&B.
I was too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
Rusty! Rusty!
That doesn't sound good. I'm glad we don't get the choice
ground was
to.
covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness.
Oh, bit awkward. There we go. Oh, this does not look good.
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
Oh, the mount's still there.
Please don't feed the animals.
That doesn't sound good.
Fishing is only permitted for those visitors who purchase a park fishing license.
Oh, we can't go out that way. Max better be okay.
The park ranger's instructions at all times.
Rusty? Rusty, no!
Never approach closer than 100 yards. Two bears and wolves never approach any other wildlife closer than 25 yards. Pets must be leashed. Never leave your pet.
And as someone who is named, clearly they have more health than these no-named people. Ow. I know you can shoot them out of the air. The actual aiming in this game is, I wouldn't say awkward, but it's not necessarily the most accurate. Though it doesn't necessarily need to be. The game's designed with fairly forgiving auto aim. That was a tree. And another one. Some nice checkpointy heals for health. Can we go over here? Oh. But felt like we could jump over that. Hello?
What the hell was that? I saw from the window. I saw something.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
Can I just say what kind of a dick Alan is? It's like, oh yeah, it's just me going crazy. He's like, no, yeah. At least saying I told you so would probably be better.
In that last instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose.
Oh.
He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would.
Just knock things over. As you do. Emergency batteries? Oh yeah. Don't need the bullets. Lots of bridges and stuff. Very impressive. Great job with the architecture, peoples.
Lover's Peak was at the far end of the nature trail.
Moonshine Cave. I think this is more important. Moonshine Cave is definitely more important than Lover's Peak. Good night activity through the probation. This game was a site of frequent and lucrative bootleggers' activity throughout the probation, 1999 to 1933. It was mostly used for temporary storage of alcohol smuggled from Canada, but at times alcohol was also distilled in the premises. You okay there, buddy? Seems like it wasn't quite that okay. Guessing that's bats. Either way, shotgun. And batteries. And achievements. You'll probably see the achievements actually pop up now more often, because I think I've only done the first episode on the PC. Haven't played this when it came out on Xbox originally. So it is nice to revisit it. Even though I forget how rough around the edges some of the models and animations are. But, you know, still miles better than anything I can do. Batteries. Hat. Okay. I mean, I was already looking at them. Pop. Whew. Boom, boom, boom. That was actually a really good dodge for me. I'm gonna fail the dodges a lot, just so you guys know. But yeah, I feel like this game could have done with being a bit darker. As daft as that sounds. Because normally you don't want the game to be so dark you can't see, but this game is all about being dark.
Nobody in Bright Falls seemed to know where Al was, but Rose, the waitress at the diner, had seen him. From what Barry could tell, Al pretty much fell off the face of the earth when he left the diner. Rose was just the kind of fan that Al hated, but she really tried to help. She was smart too, knew a lot about what was going on in the town, knew a lot about Al, even knew who Barry was. Barry liked her. That was no big surprise. When it came to women, Barry and Al rarely saw eye to eye.
One thing I do like about this game, though, is the wooded areas. I'll grab the shotgun momentarily. Maybe not. And just go up to the light. When in doubt, just head to the light. All these bears just chilling out. Extra shotgun. The game decided to switch to the shotgun for me, so guess I'm using the shotgun. Great old one. Oh hey. Oh, didn't see you. Oh, and that's death. Ah. It's a tiny ass loading screen. Just keep backing up while this guy takes like all the light. Oh, I tried to dodge that. It's really hard to dodge that. Oh well. Felled by lightning in 1937 to restore Rocky Mountain Douglas fir. Was over 200 years old according to local legends. It stretched beyond the stars. After it fell, it was measured to be 66 meters tall, nearly a record length. Pretty tall. Oh, this would be a great opportunity to use a flare that I don't have. Pop. There we go. I don't think I need to use batteries as aggressively as I do, because I think it does recharge, which totally makes sense. But semantics will just make us not worry about it too much. Get you doing. Oops. There we go. This is a very long trail. Well, let's start this generator. Something that we will be doing throughout the game quite a lot. Because they act as checkpoints and health stations areas. It's always important to keep them topped up or activated. Along with this manuscript.
I turned the